Destination also will be powered by renewable energy. Tell us more about it as well.
Well, again, one of the facts that I'm most proud of is that the Red Sea development is going to be the largest tourism destination in the world today that is powered 100% by renewable energy. I mean, the largest in the world today, never been attempted before on this scale. We will install the largest battery storage system in the world at 1,000 megawatt hours. Now, we may not hold that title for long, but it's basically the Red Sea's commitment to, and Saudi Arabia's commitment to saying there's a better way to do things than what we have done in the past. And protecting our environment is hugely important. By going 100% renewable, we are saving 500,000 tons of carbon dioxide that would otherwise be generated into the environment. That's the equivalent of powering, say, the city of Lausanne for a year. So, I mean, that's just to put that into context.
Yes.
So anyway, the Red Sea is trying to lead the world to a regenerative tourism approach that is going to hopefully safeguard our planet for generations to enjoy.
I imagine. Mr. John, also, let's speak about business, you know. What are the businessmen, the investors also, what kind of expectation can they have also, and if they can be part of this?
Okay, well, look, that's a great question. I mean, already we've attracted private sector investment. The renewable power system that I've just described is being promoted and installed and funded by a consortium led by Aqua Power, a local company, but with international investors embedded within that consortium. So already the private sector is supporting the destination. But in addition to that, look, what's important to us are our values. I mean, we're looking for partners that share our values and our commitment to protecting and enhancing our environment. So there's opportunities for people to invest alongside us on our hotel assets, in the mobility strategies, I mean, in the supply chain. So there's plenty of opportunities. In fact, to date, we've already awarded approaching 15 billion rial in contracts. And I'm really proud of the fact that over 75% of those contracts have gone to Saudi contractors, putting back into the local economy, which I think is also important, especially during the difficult times that COVID-19 has presented.
I concur. Mr. John, also despite the global pandemic, which is currently facing the whole entire world, 2020, I imagine also was a success for the Red Sea. What does 2021 look like? You started off with this giga project. What's the future?
Well, look, 2020 was challenged, but we were very fortunate in that we were able to maintain momentum. 2021 presents an even bigger challenge. We've spent or committed 15 billion. We have another 10 billion in contracts to award, and we're moving into the execution phase. Last year was a foundational year, building the enabling infrastructure and marine jetties. We've built 75 kilometers of roads. We've started our airport, but this year we start building the actual resorts, the hotels. We've already awarded 2 contracts for 2 different resorts. So it's going to be more of the same, and by an increase by a considerable amount.
Allow me to go personal also, Mr. John. What does this project in specific also, let's say, mean to you? You know, I mean, since, of course, the launch of the Red Sea Development Company, there were so many projects also. But what does this one mean to you in specific also? As you said, it comes in a very challenging time with the pandemic, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, look, I mean, what's really interesting for me is what we're doing in Saudi Arabia. I'm inspired by His Royal Highness, you know, Prince Mohammed bin Salman. His vision for the country is amazing. And for me, being part of that is really what inspires me. The Red Sea project, as I said in the earlier questions, to me we're actually not just focusing on Saudi Arabia. We're trying to lead the world to a better way, to a way that actually, you know, values our natural capital, our environment. As much as we value money on our balance sheet, we put our environment on our balance sheet as well. So to me, to be able to lead a project that is so significant, not only in a Saudi context, which is hugely important, but also in a global context, that's what really inspires me about the Red Sea.
The CEO of the Red Sea Company, John Pagano, not only sharp looking, but also sharp in his answer. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me.